You're a beautiful woman, but are you letting that beauty shine through you? Are you allowing people to feel your true essence? And do you understand what men find beautiful in a woman? Well, I'm gonna lay that out for you, so keep watching this video. My name is Stefan Labossiere, aka Stefan Speaks, back with another dating and relationship advice video for women. And we're gonna be talking about the 9 surprising things men find beautiful in a woman. Before we start, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, comment below, and hit that notification button so you can be notified anytime I go live or post new content. So like I said, we're going to be talking about the things men surprisingly find beautiful in a woman. And as I began this video, I said, you are beautiful, but many of you may not be tapping into that beauty, may not be allowing it to shine, may not understand what really creates that light around you. So I want to help break it down. And as always, be sure to watch the whole video because I always have an important message at the end. So let's get to it. Number 1 on the list of things men find beautiful in a woman is balance. And what do I mean by balance? I mean a freak in the sheets and a lady in the streets. All right. So listen, I think the reality is people in general love balance. As a woman, you like balance. As a man, we like balance. And it's a beautiful thing to see a woman who knows how to do both. All right. To just be that woman who can be brought in front of their mothers and be conservative and all these things that may be viewed as lady in the street, so to speak. To only be that can become a problem. The same way to only be the freak in the sheets can also be a problem. You got to be able to have a balance. Now, when I say be a freak in the sheets, I'm not saying being a freak with everybody. But I am saying that when you show the ability to do that, to have that balance in your life, that is a thing men are drawn to because people want a little bit of everything. And when I say a little bit of everything, let me not put it like that because it's not really a little bit of everything. But it's a little bit of those two sides. The same way I believe women want a little bit of bad boy and some good guy in a man. Well, men want that freak and that lady. So tap into that, be mindful of that, and make sure you are showing not just the balance in that way, but versatility and just in general. Again, your ability to wear a nice dress, but also look good when you're dressing casual, all right? Your ability to go out and have fun, but then know how to carry yourself in certain places. This is a great thing to have. As a woman in general, forget just what men find beautiful in you. That's just a great ability or trait, whatever you want to call it, to possess. So learn how to find that balance and be comfortable in both places. Be comfortable with both of those energies, so to speak, so that you can shine more brightly in your life. Number 2 is confidence, all right? So I always say, listen, confidence looks good on everybody. And it damn sure looks good on a woman, all right? But to be honest with you, what I have learned in all my years of doing this is that a lot of women have a faux confidence. It's not real. Women are saying I'm beautiful. Women are saying I look good, but you don't really believe it at the core. You don't carry yourself as such. You don't exude that confident energy. Now, I'm not saying that to be, to come down on you or for you to beat yourself up about it. I'm just saying it for you to be aware, to understand the need to identify what is throwing your confidence off, what is hindering you from believing more in yourself. And now understand something. Confidence is not just a mindset. It is very much a mindset. You do have to wrap your mind around that, and you do have to heal from anything that has caused trauma or has caused you to have low self-esteem. But it is also taking action in improving the areas of your life that would help you be more confident. Because to me, confidence is both mindset and results. And what I mean by that is, using a basketball analogy, a shooter, a guy who shoots the ball, he could be a great shooter. But if he misses his next 10 shots, he may start to lose confidence because he's not seeing the results, all right? And by maybe making an adjustment, maybe slowing himself down, maybe doing something different to get that shot back, helps him regain his confidence because now the shot starts falling. So as a woman, as a human being, When you can sit there and say, oh yeah, I'm great, I'm this, I'm that. But it's really hard to stay in that mindset when you're not seeing results. So you got to find that happy medium, that place where you feel good about who you are, you feel good about what you see in the mirror, but you're also getting the types of results that help you sustain that confidence or make it easier for you to sustain that confidence. So take an inventory of yourself and be willing to work on things. Be willing to evaluate how you're presenting yourself physically, your dress code. Be willing to evaluate even finding that hairstyle that you might like. And notice I say you like, because I could give you a hairstyle to try, right? And it might look good on you. But if you don't like the way it looks, you still won't be confident. You won't exude that energy that speaks confidence to people. So it's always a combination of what looks good on you, but what you feel good in, what you also like. You've got to be happy with it. And that's why it's as simple as, think about, there are times where you put on a certain dress or an outfit that you really liked. And because you really liked it, you felt so much better. You were more confident. You were more positive. You were more upbeat. So these things have an impact. So again, look into what's going to help you be more confident. But let me extend this conversation of confidence, all right? Because yes, men love confident women in the sense that you want to feel good about who you are. But confidence also in the sense of not being insecure, especially when it comes to a man who is going to be around other women, all right? And listen, I'm not talking about the man who's going out there running the streets trying to cause problems. No, I'm talking about situations where maybe he works at a job where there are women there. And one of the most difficult things for a man to have to deal with is a woman who's not confident, who's insecure, who's now, because of that insecurity and lack of confidence, is going to make his life hell and stress him out about the fact of, well, what you doing around these women, and feel some kind of way because these women find interest in him, even though he's not doing anything with them. So you got to be confident in the sense of knowing the value that you possess and understanding and embracing that when a man has chosen to be with you, to know that, listen, you're better than the rest. And it's not even about like, if on paper, there aren't going to be other women who are quote unquote better than you. It's about you're better for him, all right? And if he has chosen you and he is saying you're the one for him, embrace that. Because I've seen so many women lose relationships, so many women wreak havoc in their relationship because they were not confident about their position in the relationship. And again, I understand that sometimes the man creates that lack of comfortableness, creates that insecurity. But I've also seen tons of situations where he's trying his hardest, but your struggle is because of what's going on within you. So make sure your confidence extends to you being able to be secure, you being able to not be threatened by other women, you knowing your place in that man's life, and you knowing the value that you bring to the table so that a man's not going to just want to trade you in for somebody else. So now let's get to the third thing on this list, and this is no particular order, but the third beautiful thing men find in women that are beautiful, all right, is the ability to think logically, all right? So let me break this down for you. Now, let me say this. I am a believer, and I completely co-sign the fact that women are more emotionally wired, typically. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule, but typically women are more emotionally wired. Women have, in my opinion, a higher level of intuition. And I in no way want a woman to reject her natural state, to reject her intuition and all these things. However, what I do want to encourage women to do is to become a master over their emotions, a master over their intuition. And even, again, I have to repeat it, over your emotions is the big one. Because what I have seen is women allowing their emotions to cause them to make bad decisions, to create a toxic energy in a relationship, to just wreak havoc and cause problems, all right? So when a man meets a woman who who knows how to think logically. And really all that means is a woman who doesn't allow her emotions to get the best of her, can take a step back, can receive the information being presented to her and process it from a logical place. Now, again, that is not to mean you should ignore intuition. And that's why I'm separating intuition and emotion, because intuition is to me your spirit guiding you. It's that inner voice. It's that thing that does not need logic to give you an answer, direction, or wisdom, all right? And I do believe you should listen to intuition. But again, what happens in many situations are women being led by emotion and fear, being led by analyzing and letting things trigger you, all right, and going off of those triggers rather than calming yourself and, again, mastering your emotion, getting control of the fear, and thinking through things properly and calmly. That right there is huge, and it's beautiful, and it speaks to so many men's hearts because, again, it's not something that men get to experience all the time with women. That's one of the complaints a lot of men have with women, is the inability to at least sometimes think with logic, all right? And again, before any of y'all say it, because I know some of you are saying it, some of you are like, well, I'm logical, I don't think all emotionally. Cool. So if this doesn't apply to you and you've already mastered your emotions or you have the ability to think logically, awesome, bravo, thank goodness. However, that doesn't mean there aren't tons of women, and when I make these messages, it never means all. But yes, I would argue that the majority still struggle with this. So understanding how to get this under control, how to tap into that logical side of you, because we all have that emotional and logical side. We all have masculine and feminine energy. It's about mastering these things, letting one be more dominant than the other, and again, knowing how to use them in the right way to serve greater purpose and to create more harmony and peace in our lives and our relationships. So I encourage you to do that because, yes, this is one of those things that men find beautiful in a woman. All right, so on to number 4 on the list. And the 4th thing on this list is a sense of humor. Learn how to laugh. Lighten the hell up. Stop being so tense and on edge and not knowing how to take a damn joke. Listen, all right, even while you're watching this now, if you're mad at me because how I just said it, you need to lighten up. You're the perfect person to talk to right now because you've got to learn how to take it easy. Men want women who aren't going to stress them out. Men want women who know how to laugh. Laugh at the joke, laugh at themselves sometimes. Not everything has to be taken personally and made into a huge deal. Now, when I say made into a huge deal, I felt something hit me, all right? Because I know that sometimes as women, you've had situations that were genuinely big deals to you. And that man or men in your life have dismissed it, have told you, oh, you're tripping, you're being crazy. And I want you to know that, listen, I don't condone that. I don't want men dismissing your genuine feelings. I don't want men devaluing what's going on within you at that moment, all right? So if something is genuinely a problem for you, all right, cool. Let's talk about it. Let's work through it. And I would encourage any man who watches this video that that's the approach you take. However, what I am saying is as a woman, make sure that you're learning how not to turn things that don't have to become a big issue into a big issue. Learning how not to, again, be quick to be offended, especially in today's world where so many people have become so much more sensitive and quick to be offended, to the point where I feel like people are looking for something to be offended by, all right? That's a very miserable life to live. And that hurts you in so many more ways than one. Forget just dealing with men. In your own life, how happy can you be when you're always offended by something? Listen, being offended is a choice. You're choosing to take it personally. You're choosing to internalize it. You're choosing for it to have a negative impact on you. That may seem ridiculous to some, but really think about it. You can choose to just let it go. And I understand some situations may go, too far And I know we have to be flexible to a certain degree. But again, try to your best abilities to learn how to take some of that edge off and understand that everything does not have to be taken to a negative place. So learning how to laugh. And so let me say this, when I say sense of humor, I'm not saying you got to become a female, I don't know, Kevin Hart tomorrow and learn how to crack jokes or something. Like, I'm not saying that's the role you have to play in regards to having a sense of humor. It's just being able to laugh, being able to be lighthearted and enjoy life. I think that is huge. And yes, that definitely is something men find beautiful in a woman. All right, so now let's get to the next one. But before we do, real quick, I want you to get the book, How to Get a Man to Cherish You. Now listen, don't get triggered by the title. I always have to say that because so many people, why I got to get a man to do anything? Listen, chill, trust me. Read the book. You're going to understand why the title is this way and why you're going to love and find this book extremely helpful. Women are going crazy for it. Click the link in the description or in the comment section. Get your copy. Trust me, you are going to love it. Now, on to the next point, the next thing that men find beautiful in a woman, and that is natural beauty. Now, listen, I know there's a huge debate at times about natural beauty. And let me make this clear. I am not speaking on natural beauty to shame women who may not be walking in a natural state right now. I am not here to shame surgeries, makeups, or any of that. You want to do that as a woman, that is your choice. You love it, I love it. Make yourself happy, all right? Cool. What I am saying, though, is you still got to learn how to be beautiful in your natural state. You still got to learn how to work it when you're natural. You still got to understand that you can't walk 24 hours a day with your makeup on, all right? And though surgery, of course, is going to last, that's a different topic. The point is learning how to just be beautiful in the natural state. Men love that. Men don't really care for all the extra makeup. And let me say this, and again, I say this respectfully and with love. It seems like once upon a time, makeup used to be an enhancer of beauty. That thing that kind of took it up a little notch, right? But in today's world, makeup has gotten so what many view as extreme as far as the level of makeup people use and how many different things y'all gotta do now. I hear all these words about shading and contouring. I don't even know what the hell it is. I just hear it, all right? But either way, it's like now women transform their face instead of enhance their face, all right? Now again, that's your choice, all right? If that's what you like and you feel good about it and you getting the results you want, I'm not here to knock it. But be careful, because the last thing you want is to look like one woman with the makeup on and a completely different woman with the makeup off, all right? You don't want no problems to where when you wash your face, everything changes and now this man is like, I didn't sign up for this, all right? So just be careful, but again, enjoy yourself. But the point, getting back to the point, natural beauty, all right? And so even when you are in your natural state, it doesn't mean walk around and not give a damn, all right? You still got to wash your face. You still got to put some moisturizer on your skin, all right? You still got to comb your hair. I mean, you still do little things that, again, allow you to look your best in your natural state. And I think even if you are a lover of makeup and all these things, I do think it will be good for you to give yourself, and I don't know, like, how often every woman wears her makeup that loves makeup. So what I'm saying could be something that you guys already do, all right? So excuse me if that's the case. But just having days where you don't go any makeup at all. You know, maybe a couple days out the week or whatever to let your skin breathe more, for you to also become more comfortable, because I do feel like there's a lot of women who they've become very confident with their makeup on to the point where they struggle to operate with it off, all right? And I think that you have to get used to being in your natural state. And let me throw this out there, because this isn't just a woman thing. I know of men who don't like going anywhere unless they have a haircut, all right? They don't know how to be confident without being completely on point, so to speak. And so even for those men, I would be like, hey, yo, you gotta go somewhere even when you're not looking your best, because you got to be comfortable and confident no matter where you are at that moment. You won't always have access to those things. You may not always be in a position to throw your favorite lipstick on. And what you're going to do, you're going to feel some kind of way and now be negative or have low self-esteem because you didn't get to have that vice of that makeup to throw on or whatever that thing was. Like, I want you to find things that make you feel good, but I don't want you to become so attached to them that you don't know how to operate without them. All right. And so being able to walk and shine in your natural state is great for you, great for you mentally and emotionally. But yes, it is something that men find a lot of beauty in, because what better than to have that woman that you see as such a beautiful creature in her natural state. And then, if you throw on makeup, you might be even better. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Some of y'all aren't better. You actually kind of look worse. Now, let me not say that. Let me take that back. I'm sorry. I'll say this. Some of y'all are doing the makeup in a way that's not actually making you look better. So I would just encourage you to make sure that when you do it, you're doing it in a way that actually works for you. But again, natural beauty, work on it, embrace it. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so now let's get to number 6, all right? And number 6 on the list of things that men find beautiful in a woman, intelligence, all right? Now, I feel like some of y'all are like, hell no. Men don't give a damn about no intelligence. They don't care about no smart woman. All they care about is how a woman looks. And I'm not going to lie to you. Are there men out there who don't care about what's going on in a woman's head? Yes, there are. But plenty of men embrace and see value in an intelligent woman. Now, I feel the need to mention, not arrogantly intelligent. Not intelligent in the way that you speak down to people. Not intelligent in the way that you try to make someone feel stupid. Not intelligent in the way that you feel the need to try to talk circles around individuals. And let me say this, like, even as an author and a speaker, I've read books that at times I felt like this person's focus is to sound smart more than it is to get the message across, all right? And that kind of intelligence can be off-putting. Because it's like, yo, what you really focused on here? Are you focused on communicating and connecting with people, or you just want to seem like you're smarter than everybody else, all right? Don't get caught up in that kind of intelligence, all right? But yes, having general intelligence, and you got to be a rocket scientist or anything like that, but being able to have intelligent conversations, being able to think critically, again, not being a slave to your emotions, all right, and being able to use logic, those are all beautiful things. And that intelligence can be viewed as a huge asset in a relationship, because even the man who views himself as the head of the household and leading the relationship is going to see or love or desire a woman who can bring a level of intelligence to the table that she can help make even better decisions, that they can come together, talk things through, and now make a decision that's going to be best for everybody. So yes, intelligence is definitely good, but also let me say that there's book smart and there's street smart. And so I think it's always good for everyone to have a good balance, all right? Kind of what I mentioned earlier about freaking the sheets, lady in the streets. Well, yes, someone who can be book smart and have a lot of education is awesome, but when you lack a little bit of street smarts, for some guys that may not completely work. But again, intelligence isn't all about the person. You still got to make it about you, but learning how to be well-rounded with your intelligence is definitely a good thing to strive for, and definitely something that men find beautiful in a woman. And now we are at number 7, and this is one of my I love all of these, but this is one of my favorite ones. And number 7 is smiling and positive energy. All right. Now, some of y'all probably frowned your face at the word smiling, okay? And you're already looking at me with a side eye, because some of you guys feel like, why I gotta smile? What's the big deal? Some of you hate when men tell you to smile. And I'm not here to advocate for men telling you to smile when they see you in the street. However, I am here to encourage you to work towards smiling more often, because it definitely brings out the beauty of a woman. There's a study that they did. I wish I had all the details, but what I know for sure is in the study, they found that women who smiled were found more attractive than women who didn't. And so this means women smiling in everyday life, walking about. This means smiling in your profile picture on social media, smiling in your picture for online dating. The smile conveys being more approachable, more pleasant. Just again, someone that a man would want to be around. Because you gotta understand that what men desire so much from a partnership, from a woman, is peace. That is the big thing, especially as a man evolves, makes something out of himself, is moving in the right direction. Peace becomes such a huge priority. And so smiling at least conveys, even when it's not always telling the whole story, it at least conveys the potential of a more peaceful, joyful, loving woman. And that's why I said it's about smiling and positive energy, because I don't want y'all to fake smiling out here. I don't want it to be a smile on the surface, but you're miserable from within, or you raise hell when they get with you. I want you to learn how to exude and walk in more positive energy. And again, this isn't just for him and a relationship, it's for you. It's for your quality of life. It's for you to be in a better place physically, emotionally, spiritually. It's just going to be a benefit overall. So learning how to tap into that. If you're struggling with positive energy, identify the negative impacts in your life, the things that are pouring negative energy. It could be music, TV, the food that you're eating, all right? Lack of sleep, lack of taking care of yourself. All these things can pour negative energy or throw you off into a negative place, which makes it hard for you to first create that positive energy from within and then smile. And I always say smiling becomes easy and natural when you're at peace from within. So that's where you want to place your focus, creating peace, happiness, and positivity from within. So now everything starts to come out of you the right way and you start to live a higher quality of life. All right, so number 8. And so I said the last one was one of my favorites. So here's another one of my favorites. I really like this one, all right? Number 8 on the list of things men find beautiful in a woman is a willingness or desire to cater and nurture, all right? Now, again, some of y'all may get a little sensitive with that, all right? But listen, y'all were singing with Beyonce years ago, talking about cater to your man, all right? So don't get mad now that I'm telling you this is something that men find beautiful in a woman. And the unfortunate reality is that we live in a world where a lot of women don't embrace that anymore. A lot of women look at the man like, do it your damn self. We equal. Why I gotta fix your plate? Why I gotta make sure you're good? Why I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that? I mean, my goodness. Because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing. And when you're a woman that shows a willingness and desire to cater, and that's the thing. When I say willingness and desire, because I don't want y'all forcing yourselves to be something that you're currently not. Now, I say currently because I believe that you can get there. But some of you may be very detached from these types of principles and traits that it can be very difficult for you to walk in it. And though I would love to see you practice it and understand you can practice it without having a man. Practice being catering and nurturing with family and friends. If you got kids, you may already be doing it, but bump it up a notch if you can. Implement it in your everyday life with people in general so that when a man comes, it becomes a more natural thing for you, all right? Because I know a woman who's a good friend of mine. She loves catering and nurturing people. She always has guests at her house. She's always serving, make them their best, everything. She just loves doing it. She takes joy in it. And so it would be great for y'all to be at a point where you can take joy in it and see the beauty of it, all right? And see, and please understand, I'm not trying to set you up to just cater to some man and he's not doing for you. If you watch my videos, then you know I'm all about you getting what you deserve as well. But I do want you to look into this. I do want you to start practicing it. I do want you to understand that, yes, that quality is huge. And I have to say it. That quality is huge wife material, all right? That's a big deal right there. For a man to find a woman who loves to cater and nurture, Yes, that at least raises the chances or raises your stock as far as, damn, this is someone that I would want to spend my life with rather than let me just have some fun with her real quick. Not saying there aren't men out there who will still want to just have fun. That's a whole different story. But the point is, this quality of catering and nurturing is huge. It's big. So definitely embrace it because it's definitely a beautiful, beautiful thing. And now last but not least, and if you watch my videos, then you might know what it is, feminine energy. And so really and truly, pretty much everything we talked about on this list is a part or pours into feminine energy, all right? Knowing how to be loving, sweet, supportive, charming, vulnerable. I gotta stress the word vulnerable because to me, being vulnerable and being feminine go hand in hand. Now, please do not confuse being vulnerable with weak. Do not confuse being vulnerable with being a pushover. Do not confuse vulnerable with letting some man use and abuse you. All right? That's not what I'm advocating for. That's not true feminine energy because feminine energy is power. It's an amazing thing. All right? It will bring forth a greater level of peace, happiness, and you can still draw the line and set a standard of what is acceptable and not acceptable, all right, but still walk in your feminine energy. You can still be loving and vulnerable, but not tolerate nonsense in your relationship. So please do not confuse the two because many women have become detached from their feminine energy because you viewed it as that's what got me played. That's what got me taken advantage of. That's why men don't appreciate women. No. Feminine energy was never your problem. Your selection process was. Who you chose to deal with, the men you allowed yourself to entertain, not trusting your intuition that wasn't even the man you should be dealing with. Those were the real issues, not feminine energy. Because again, femininity is beautiful. So learn how to tap into it. And I have to say this real quick. It's not just about all the things we mentioned on the list. Well, it is, but also how you take care of yourself physically. And what I mean by that is how you're eating and sleeping and making sure that you have the energy. Again, not taking care of ourselves properly can throw our hormones off. And those hormones can have an impact on our ability to walk in certain energy, whether it be positivity, femininity, and all these different things. So be mindful of that and everything that you can do to raise your level or raise your feminine energy and really see the power and the beauty of it. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here. And I'll see you there. Some men will be lessons, and some men will just be a waste of your time. And one man will be the man that God has for you. And I want you to know that this man does exist, but you need to learn how to recognize him